So then guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on UK Bassline. I've had a lot of people request that I do a video on writing the melodies and the bass lines themselves. So I will do a full track at some point that'll cover all that. But for this one, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years when it comes to actually writing the melodies. So we're going to start off with a normal bass loop sound sample. One instrument, one sample. Let's have a listen. So box standard. So this tip that I'm going to show you is actually great for when you've got writer's block or when you want to recreate something for remix purposes. All we're going to do, we'll just stop that there. All we're going to do is right click, convert melody to MIDI file. So this will extract it and convert it into a MIDI that you'll be able to use your own plugins on, your own sounds, and mess around and change it up. So it should do it. Let's have a look. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. We'll drag it into Serum as well. I've got Serum set up on next channel. Just copy that across. There we go. So this is great for when you, like I said, when you've got writer's block, you're struggling. Let's just solo. So the original, let's have a listen to the original. There we go. Right, and let's have a listen to our version. Yeah, so it's not done too bad, to be fair. We're just going to clean it up a little bit on at least 8th notes because they seem a bit short. Yeah, so what I was saying is, this is if you're not very good with music theory like myself, or if you want to remix a song but you don't know how to get it down on paper, this is a great technique to use to actually give you the starting point or some foundation to then build upon. For example, if this was an actual song and I converted that loop across, what I'd be looking at is, if I were doing a remix, I'd be changing some of the rhythm, maybe a few notes here and there to actually create the remix. But I won't want to change it too much. If I've got writer's block and I just need some inspiration, this is a great way to convert it into a MIDI file. You get this and you can just absolutely mash it up completely, change it around, make it your own, especially changing the sound. You've got your sound design in Serum, obviously, that you can make it yourself. If you're just going to change one or two notes, it's not really creative, it's not really your own work, but I find it helps in different situations, so it completely depends on what you're wanting to do. So right now, we're just going to clean it up and see what it sounds like in comparison. Let's just stop that there. Have a listen. And then we'll listen to ours. Yeah, see, so this time round it's actually got it pretty bang on, to be fair. Listening to them together, the timing might be a bit off, you might need to quantize it a bit. But overall, that's not done a bad job. Let's start playing around with it then, and making it a bit more of our own product as such. Let's just mute that top one. Change a few bits more. Let's have a bring next down, have a step down. There we go. Dum dum dum. Yeah, that's all right. Just duplicate that across. That can be as a loop itself. We'll just delete the original. Let's find some box standard drums just to see what it sounds like with actual drums. We've got a kick loop. Let's have a look. Nothing out of. No, let's just have a normal kick. So kick, we'll copy it across. Don't need anything special. It's just for demonstration purposes. It gives you a good ear. It lets you know if it'll sound good in general, and your timings it'll help with as well. So just copy this across. speed that up a bit. Stick a clap on there as well, just to have a better feel of things. There we go, let's have a listen. Alright, start from beginning. There we go. So as I said, as a starting point, I'm quite happy with that. I could take that, build upon it, make better drums, play around with the rhythm and the melody, and you know, it's just a standard little easy trick as such, I suppose. Can help a few people out. In this next clip, I'm going to show you how you can use the same technique and utilize it in a different way using your voice. So then, just going off that tip I've just shown you in regards to converting your audio files, what's another good factor that you can actually do is, if you've got a song stuck in your head, you've got, you know, I'm often out and about and I'll start humming a song or a melody or a rhythm that I want, but I'll forget it, or I won't know how to actually put it down on paper. So what I'll do is I'll record it and I'll input it as an audio track and convert it into a MIDI. So I'll just show you what I'm on about. So if we have something stuck in it, like, I don't know, like boom, 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 that, you know, something like that. We'll take that, we'll record it as on an audio channel through your microphone, whatever. Get ready to get it on, record. So I've already recorded it. I'll just pop it in. Just bear with. There we go. So I've recorded it. Let's see what it sounds like. Make sure it's all right. Solo it off. There we go. So that's the melody I'd stuck in my head. I've recorded it down and I've put it onto onto an audio track. We're just going to warp it so it starts, well, so it's in time. Put it across the whole loop. Let's make sure it's in time. Consolidate it into one group so we ain't got two separate sections there. There we go. So we'll just start this warp marker from 111 here. There we go. There's a couple of bits that look out of time. Just drag them across. You don't have to do this, but I find it does help when it converts it into a MIDI anyway. Yeah, that sounds about right on time. Just consolidate that so it's a full track. There we go. Right, so we do the same thing. Select convert melody to a new MIDI track. And that should convert that sound sample into a MIDI. And again, it can be bang on, it might not be. That doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Let's have a listen. I think that's bang on. And there's just one note out there. There it is. So that's pretty much exactly what I had stuck in my head. I've recorded it down and I've just converted it to a MIDI. So we can now actually use Zone plugin, which I've got there, Serum. I've already got a preset on. Let's have a listen. Let's just take the audio track. Let's get rid of audio track a second. Let's have a listen. With full drums, there we go. There we go, so it's actually got it bang on this time. But yeah, it's a sneaky little trick. It can, like I said, it helps with writer's block. It's quite a lazy way, but if you don't know music theory, you're a beginner, or you're just stuck, this I find is a great way to actually start your foundations when you're building a track. I mean, it has got a pretty bang on. There we go. So yeah, it's just a little trick that I learned. I'm sure you'll find various other ways to do similar sort of things, but I just thought it'd help.